Dear students, in this lecture of software engineering, we discuss about software requirement specification, characteristics of SRS, components of SRS, and general structure of SRS. What is SRS? The output of requirement phase of software development process is software requirement specification document. In short, it is called as SRS. All the activities of software engineering are dependent on SRS. For the problems that can be easily comprehended, the specification activity might come after the entire analysis is complete. However, it is more likely that the problem analysis and specification are done concurrently. What is need of SRS? Why SRS is required? As we know that during software development, two parties are involved. One is a client and another is developer. Client usually does not understand how the developer will develop the software, and developer usually does not understand about the problem domain of client. So the purpose of software requirement specification is to minimize the communication gap between two parties through the interactions or meetings. The process of development of SRS helps the client to think, visualize, and interact with an analyst about the requirements. SRS establishes a basis of agreement between two parties of software development, and SRS provides the reference for the final products. High quality SRS is required for developing high quality software, and a high quality SRS helps in reducing the development cost. What are the different characteristics of SRS? The desirable characteristics of SRS are completeness. SRS is said to be complete if everything the software is supposed to do is described in SRS. Correctness. It means that whatever is specified is done correctly. Unambiguousness. If every requirement stated has one and only one interpretation, then it is said to be unambiguous. Verifiability. If every stated requirement is verifiable. Consistency. If there is no requirements that conflicts with other, then it is said to be consistent SRS. Prioritization. Some requirements are critical and some are non-critical. Some requirements are core requirements and that do not changes, but there are some requirements that changes with the time. Modifiability. If the structure of SRS is such that any necessary changes can be easily incorporated. Traceability. If the origin of each requirement is clear, then it could be said to be easily traceable. The system. Next is components of SRS. The conceptual properties that every SRS should have: the functionality, performance requirements, design constraints, and external interface requirements. Next is guidelines for SRS. Functionality should be separate from implementation, and the analysis model should be developed as per the desired behavior of the system, and the cognitive model should be developed. Cognitive model means as the user perceives. The content and structure of the specification should be flexible. As we know, and there are different standards for the SRS, but most widely used standards for SRS is by IEEE, which act as a general framework. This general framework can be customized to meet the needs of particular organization. Next is the structure of SRS. The IEEE standards recognize the fact that different projects may require their requirements to be organized differently. That is, there is no one method that is suitable for all the projects. The first two sections of SRS are same in all type of projects. Next is general structure of SRS. The general structure of SRS includes three parts. First part is introduction, which includes purpose, scope, definition, acronyms, and abbreviations. It also includes references and overview. Second part of general structure includes overall description, which further includes product perspective, product function, user characteristics, general constraints, assumptions, and dependencies. The third part of structure includes the specific requirements. These include the external interface requirements, functional requirements, performance requirements, design constraints, attributes, and other requirements. Next is the detailed description of all the parts. First part is introduction, which includes the purpose, scope, definition, acronyms, abbreviations, references, and overview. This provides the overview of the entire information described in SRS. This includes the purpose and scope, which states the functions to be performed by the system. It describes the definitions, abbreviations, acronyms used. It also includes the references that are used in SRS. Second part of structure includes describe the overall description, which includes product perspective, product functions, user characteristics, constraints, assumptions, and dependencies. This determines the factors which affect the requirements of the system. It determines that whether the product is independent or part of larger product. It provides the summary of functions to be performed by the software. It also describes the user characteristics and describes the general description of constraints. It also describes the list of assumptions and dependency. Third part of the structure of SRS includes the external interface requirements. All the possible interactions of software with the persons, hardware, and other software should be specified in SRS. User interface should be specified. All the user interface characteristics of each user interface should be specified. Hardware interface, all the hardware characteristics of each interface between software and hardware should be specified. If the software is to execute on existing hardware, then all the characteristics of hardware, memory restrictions should be specified in SRS. Software interface. This includes the interface with operating system and other applications. There are different types of requirements that should be specified, and these are the functional requirements. These requirements describe the relationship between the inputs and outputs of the system. So the detailed descriptions of all the data inputs and their sources should be specified. If some formula is there for computing, then it should be specified in SRS. All the operations to be performed on the input data to obtain the outputs must be specified. These requirements should clearly specify that what the system will do if some abnormal situation occurs. For example, like invalid inputs. Performance requirements. All the requirements relating to the performance characteristics of the system must be clearly specified. There are two types of performance requirements. One is static requirements and dynamic requirements. Static requirements are the requirements that do not impose constraints on the execution characteristics of the system. For example, number of terminals or users to be supported. These types of requirements are called the capacity requirements. Dynamic requirements are the requirements which do not impose the constraints on the execution behavior of the system. For example, response time and throughput. Design constraints. The design constraints includes the standards to be specified. They specify the requirements for the standards of the system must follow. Hardware limitations. This includes the type of machines to be used and the operating system available and the language supported and the limits on the primary and secondary storage. The reliability and fault tolerance. Requirements about the system to handle the certain kinds of faults and the recovery requirements are also specified. Security requirements. Security requirements place restrictions on the use of certain commands, control access to data, and providing different kinds of access to the different persons. For example, like the defense system and database system. The attributes and other requirements are specified in the last section of the structure of SRS. The attributes like reliability, availability, maintainability, and portability are described, and some additional requirements, if any, are described in the last section of the system specification. Students, if you have not seen the previous videos of this channel, then there is a link of playlist of all the previous videos.